I admit I got all this paper plus the prettiest faces that's offered by nature. Drive a case, but excuse me, Casper. Wanna meet him in my house? I got space like NASA. It'll make me happier by itself, it's sadder. I like my sister Stace when she lost her papa. A Ben dad getting a stroke and nothing to trap her. John could do what's ironic but true. A man dies, baby born as fair as Peru. It's a simple clue between us and imposters. We hop in the air and don't care what it cost us. Now I'm with a nerd with a pit full of marshes. I guess you could say that we fly like.
So you're the rookie that's gonna shock the world, huh?
Sure as heck gonna try.
Good. I'm glad you're here. Just remember, it's all out there for you. Work hard, listen, watch how we do, and you got a chance to be something special. Now let's see what you got.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. For the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against Philadelphia.
You know, so often in the NBA, we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. And the wide open shot from Green. Tries again. Gasol no good.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from the Rain Man. Just an amazing story we have here, Clark. Here is someone who has had to scrap and fight every bit of the way, but now he's made it on his own to an NBA floor.
You know, he got passed over by all 30 NBA teams during the draft, but he stuck with his dream, and now here he is. I mean, let's hope he can make the best of it.
Here's Gasol, the turnaround jumper. Count it. Gasol's got 8 points.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
That shot's good from the Rain Man. And that's the very first basket right there, folks, of what is hopefully a very long and a very prosperous career from the Rain Man.
First of many, I would expect, Kevin. He's going to be piling up points for many years to come.
Guys, no reason to think otherwise. I mean, everything we know and everything we've seen from this guy so far point to an illustrious career. You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Kufas checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Green. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Fournier's checked in for Harris. And Gordon subbed in for Oladipo. Well, guys, as you were talking about, Memphis not a big budget franchise or one with a history that runs so deep that often fans overlook them.
That may be true, but it's given the Grizzlies a very underdog attitude that I think the franchise and the team and the fans have embraced.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter. I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And he gets it to go. Koufos has got his second basket.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
51 seconds left to play in the first. Off target on the three from Rainman.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Pushing their lead to double digits.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Udrich kicks to Carter. Gasol, a screen on Gordon. 6 to shoot. Here's Lee. Rebound by the Magic. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, they hung in there for a long time in that game, just giving themselves a chance to win at the end. But when it mattered the most, they stumbled.
Yeah, and those are the hardest losses to stomach, guys. I mean, when you play well throughout the game and then get derailed by a few missed opportunities down the stretch, that's painful.
Thursday.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us. Please. Conley now comes in for Lee. And a change for the Magic. Rain Man's checked in for Luke Ridnow. On the court for Orlando, Rain Man, he's in at point guard. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Gordon. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Gordon in at the two guard.
Well, you know, for teams in the NBA nowadays, it's all about getting bang for your buck. I mean, Mike Conley out of Ohio State, one of the great value contracts in the league, and with all the analytics and general managers looking for value, Memphis happy to have an all-star caliber player like him still locked up through 2016.
And he makes the first. And you have to give Mike Conley, Steve, an awful lot of credit for the emergence of the Grizzlies, I think, is a factor in the Western Conference.
Kevin, I think he's one of the best point guards in the league. Probably doesn't get enough credit, but his progression as a player at both ends, year after year, he just seems to get better, and he provides that poise and leadership that his club needs.
Gordon, the pass to Rainman. Tries a three. The shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
Yeah, they basically cruised to a big win in that last meeting by getting a lot of the opposing starters out of the game early with foul trouble. Well, another open jump shot there. Their defense not putting up much of a fight.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work, but there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. Conley dishes to Carter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Clark, how about what Steve just brought up? The foul trouble they caused was something that a lot of people pointed to.
You know what? I don't know if it was specifically their intentional game plan or whether they got the benefit of the calls, but either way, we do know it worked to the benefit of their team. They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Out to the right wing. 13 feet away, and the shot is good. 12 points for Marc Gasol.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Here's Rain Man. And that's not going to go. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Grizzlies out in front, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Okay, listen. Let's just put that first half behind us as quickly as possible. Here's what I took away from it. We can't get anything to drop from three-point range. Our spacing's been...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so...
Substitution.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
It's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Jeff Green. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Carter is out there with Kosta Koufos. Then it's Lee. Then it's Udrich. And it's Gasol. And at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Beno Udrich. His last 10 games, he's averaging 7 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's the leader of that second unit. Great guy to have coming off that bench.
You know, I think it's pretty clear. He might not start, but it's obvious when he's on the floor, the other players are looking to him for leadership. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
And about Orlando and their stars, is it better, Clark, to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all on your team?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star that's wearing a Magic uniform right now.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And O'Quinn kicks to Gordon. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And for Memphis, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Now Udrich. He's got 7. Shoots from the baseline. Can't get it to go. Gordon kicks to Gordon. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Grizzlies opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now with our State Farm assist to the game, a replay showing one of 10 tremendous assists in this game from Conley.
What an excellent all-around.
Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jeff Green is checked in for Carter. Allen comes in for Lee. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Udrich. On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's Ridnour in at the point. Harris inside. He's against Allen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nikola Vucevic has a basketball pedigree. Father played professionally in Europe for more than 2 decades, including